Hello guys, welcome to another FU Money, the weekly podcast, which means we have more time and probably we'll have a Q&A session. So today, Saturday, the 11th of December, Bitcoin continues to accumulate, nothing really different from yesterday. So no big news there. And let's see how the chat is going. People are joining already. Thank you guys. The usual gang is here. We have to attract more people though. It's always it's always really hard to go above the 30. I guess I had 35 simultaneous streams, so we have to beat that all-time high soon. But let's see what is happening in the world of numbers. Before that, while the numbers are on screen and we are going up, curiously, I was starting the stream just half an hour ago. This was around 48,000. Now it's going up. So let's see who's in the chat today. And yeah, crypto to the fucking moon. Money is dead. Fuck you, money. Yeah, that's the spirit, studios. Yeah, crypto life matters. Portugal is behind. Let's get merchants to NPT to accept crypto. Well, you guys know my opinion about the word crypto, right? I don't use it. Usually I say Bitcoin and shitcoins because Bitcoin, crypto is not the same thing. But anyway, yeah, I get the point. So that's it. And we have a hi from Maria here today and Magis from Texas. The usual gang here, and you want me to buy me a beer? Well, I'm waiting for that. I don't know if you live in the Algarve or not, but if you do, just DM me on Telegram. You guys know where I am. I'm at Telegram at the usual group, FU Money group, so you can just message me there. And Hugo is here. Good day to all. With no Binance or crypto bullshit credit cards. Yeah, exactly. So let's use the Lightning Network just like in El Salvador. Let's see. Yeah, I know what you mean, studios. And Javiera Carolina is here today too, so be very welcome, guys. I will just go to the numbers now. And, oops, I always forget to remove the chat before going on. Okay, so let's take a look at the numbers today and let's start the live stream. So let me just refresh the page, just a few bucks down now. It's refreshing. Okay, so now the updated numbers, so Bitcoin $48,530, and that means plus 0.67% comparing to the past 24 hours. Don't forget, guys, these are the numbers of the last 24 hours of spot volume traded. So that that is exactly $10.67 billion traded in Bitcoin the last 24 hours. Number 2, Ethereum, also on the green, but just breaking even with the last 24 hours. It's 0.04% for Ethereum, just a bit up, and the volume traded of 9.7 billions. So Ethereum is trading a lot these days, getting to almost the same numbers as Bitcoin, which is something new. I've never seen that. Ethereum trading almost the same number of dollars in the past 24 hours. Then the rest you guys know already. I don't really care about it, so it doesn't matter. Let's take a look at the mempool. I would like to always have this little space for the mempool and see how the mempool of Bitcoin is going. Completely empty. Look at that, guys. Any transaction you make right now, just paying 1 sat per byte gets you into the next block. And that means that any transaction you make right now on layer 1 blockchain, you will pay 7 cents. Here it is. Any priority you choose, you will pay only 7 cents of a dollar to make a transaction with any amount of Bitcoin you want to transact. So show me a blockchain that can do that into the next block, which means in the next 10 minutes you will have your transaction made for 7 cents on layer 1. I'm not even talking about Lightning Network, which is almost absolutely free. So you pay 7 cents if you want to transact on the layer 1 blockchain of Bitcoin. And the blocks are just being built. The next one is just being built. There are no blocks waiting. So it will be really fast if you want to send a transaction right now, and also very, very cheap. So that's how we want to see the mempool and a real blockchain working as it should. So before we continue, let's see here. Yeah, I know what you mean, Studios, but you know, there's no use case for that crap. Because I'm watching the chat, guys, so sorry. I'm just answering Studios. He's saying dash equals 1 second. I don't really care about that because I care about security, and security means we have to wait on layer 1 blockchain. We have to wait 10 minutes for a transaction max. In these conditions, which we are right now, there's no blocks waiting, and you only pay 7 cents on layer 1. But if you want to beat, oh, the block just moved. You guys saw that? That's cool. So in the next 9 minutes, we'll have another block transacting here, and it continues to be 7 cents. But I was saying that if I want to beat any use case of any shitcoin, then I just use Lightning Network, and that does not even take 1 second, and it's absolutely free. So don't come to me with that crap of Dash or anything else, because that's not a use case. You have Lightning Network, you can use Lightning Network on top of Bitcoin. It's instant, you press the button, it's immediately paid, and you pay absolutely 0 fees. So there is no use case whatsoever in shitcoins that can beat that. But I was talking about layer 1 blockchain, so that means you can also use the layer 1 blockchain on Bitcoin right now for 7 cents per transaction. So it's really, really cheap and fast right now. So I don't really care to wait 10 minutes. I mean, people keep forgetting that before Bitcoin was here, that you had to wait a few days if you wanted to send money from your bank account to someone else's bank account. And this usually would take, even inside the same country, if this was different banks, you would have to wait like 2-3 days for 10 euros to, you know, move from your bank account to another bank account. Now you have to wait 10 minutes and you complain about that. Come on, guys. Security is the main thing always. In first place, security is the most, and Bitcoin is the most secure blockchain in the world. So there is absolutely no use case for that. But anyway, this is not about that. The live stream is, of course, about the charts. And let's see what's happening on the charts today. Let's start with the crypto total market cap. And we continue inside the rectangle. So we have another possibility for a bottom around $2.15 trillion, coming down from the all-time high of 3 trillion right now. But if you guys want to ask and participate, please, this is the weekly live stream. So just mention the channel's name. You guys know how to do it. Hey, Tiago, I've seen you there. Hey, Bruno. Hey, Filipa. And all the rest of you guys that just joined, thank you for joining today. I'm seeing you guys on the chat, but I'm just, you know, analyzing the charts now. So we'll get back to you later. Don't forget, if you want to ask me any question, just use the @ symbol with the name of the channel exactly as it's written on the homepage on YouTube. And I will see an orange square or rectangle below, behind your question. So it's much easier for me to see the questions. Don't forget that, please. I keep forgetting to change the word. I will also change it to @Hugo, and then it will be much easier for you guys, not just writing the complete name of the channel, but just writing my name. It will be much easier. So we can do that. I keep forgetting every time I finish a live stream. I say to myself, I'm going to do that, and then I forget to do it. Okay. Looking at the total market cap, I continue to believe we are in an ABC correction. Let me just show it to you guys here. So A, B, so this is A, this is B, and this is C. I continue to believe that this is an ABC correction that will probably in the next few hours or days and I was even expecting this to happen before the end of the week, so that we can have a nicer weekly candle closing in just a few hours. But I would expect this to reverse to the upside soon, not really continuing so low as this has been. But in the worst case scenario now that we achieve these levels, the worst case scenario now, it would be 1.9 trillion. As the trending channel has dropped from this position here. I'm just going to zoom in so you guys can see it. So the trending channel was going up. You guys see the green zigzag going up here. And then at this point, it turns back down and comes to this position where I have the cursor now, my mouse here. And this means 1.9 trillion, which would be the worst case scenario now if we continue to drop, which I don't really believe will happen. I continue to say the biggest probabilities are that this ABC correction might be ending soon, and the bullish momentum could take place and start to reverse the price action to the upside. But in any case, there's always the worst case scenario possibility, so it's my job to tell you guys about that. And also, if we reverse the price to the upside, of course, we have a really strong resistance around the 2.7 trillion, which corresponds to the previous swing high, and also to the top of the trend channel now, which is the red zigzag coming also down here. And we are exactly at the same level. The top of the trend channel and the previous swing high are exactly at $2.7 trillion right now. So the momentum is coming a bit down. The bulls are still in control. You guys can see that the red dots are the bears. Sorry, I said the bulls are in control. No, this is wrong. I meant the bears. The bears are still in control, so they are selling like crazy. And in a momentum where we have inflation continuing to go up in the United States, this is not 7%, guys. Wipe that off of your minds, because the real inflation right now should be in between 15 and 20% in the United States. So that's the real inflation, not the CPI that those guys are lying about. And they change the rules of the CPI every time. They need to show lower inflation. So forget about that. Michael Saylor said many things about this already. Tucker Carlson also, in a video on YouTube just yesterday evening, also said the same thing, talking about the inflation and the real prices. The real prices from 1 year ago to this present moment have increased in the big majority of stuff that people need, 30% or more. So I would say the real inflation right now is closer to 20% and not at all 7% as we have been fed by the mainstream media. Okay, the momentum is turning back up. So the sine wave also going back up here. The momentum is coming a bit down and the bears are still in control. But I guess the bears are getting exhausted right now in the market, and we have even went below this worst case scenario that now turned to be green, because I believe this will be the area that we could reverse the price action. So right now, looking at the total market cap, it looks like we could have a reversal of the price action to the upside soon. But that's it for the total market cap. Also, I have, yeah, exactly. So Tiago is showing people how to mention the questions. You won't see it in orange, but I will see it in orange. So thank you, Tiago, for showing people how to do it. Just precede your question with @FUMoneyPodcast, and that's the only way I will actually see the questions. Javiera, you forgot to write podcast. That's also the name of the podcast. That's why it's not in orange to me, but actually I saw your question. No, I don't really think this is manipulation. This is not manipulation. This is an open market. Everyone can participate. Of course, there are whales and sardines, and we are the sardines, and the whales eat sardines also. So it's not manipulation. They just have more money than you do or than I do. So forget about it. There's no manipulation here. The only thing that you could call manipulation is when whales start to sell just to F up the leveraged positions on leverage exchanges, which I don't use anymore. So I've been out of leverage for a long time already, and I don't advise any one of you guys to do it also. So If you don't want to suffer the consequences of being leveraged and being liquidated, don't use it, just buy the spot market. And that's what I'm doing for the past few months, almost this entire year already. So here it is, the weekly chart. Let's see the ascending triangle, which looks very, very good. This is also textbook here. The move to the downside, retest of the bottom of the triangle, possible reversal next week to start a move up towards the breakout of this ascending triangle, and retest of the previous all-time highs around 69,000. So right now we are on a red 4 of 9, but I believe this could be a 1 to 4 candle correction, which is usually what happens when you have a major trend going to the upside. So right now, all the moving averages continue to be in line. The 20 is the green, which is on top. Then the yellow is the 50. Then the red is the 100. And the purple is the 200 periods SMA on the weekly chart. This looks good. Let me just remove for a second all the plottings of this chart. And here we are. We have all the moving averages in order. So in terms of consensus, I know many of you will tell me that consensus should be seen on a 4-day chart, 4-day candles, but I don't have that set up right now. So I will take the risk of saying that even in a weekly chart, the consensus keeps going bullish, because all the moving averages are pointing up and all are in the right order, being the smallest of them on top and the biggest biggest time frame on the bottom. Right now we have already an A extension to the upside, and we have another red candle just after that. But this price structure tells me that the 50 period SMA might be holding the price action right here, and we could be reversing to the upside. If this candle becomes a green doji before the end of the week, that will be amazing. I would really like that. And I will also show you guys that we are exactly around the 38% Fibonacci retracement level on the last chart of today, which is this one, but I will just go there in a few minutes. So for now, we keep being supported by the 50 period SMA, just like here, just like on the reversal of the price action in July, we were held by the 50 period, and the next candle, the next week, we started to reverse the price action to the upside. I'm expecting something alike, okay? Something alike if the price structure maintains this. Sorry, guys, I guess I'm getting a cold again today, so my voice is a bit crazy. So I guess this 1 to 4 candle correction without an MRI top, but really close to that. We would need only 2 more candles to have an MRI top. But we started the correction sooner than I expected. I actually expected 2 more weeks of upside before this big correction. But I will consider this something alike an MRI top, 1 to 4 candle correction, being supported by the 50 period SMA, reversal to the upside. So right now, we continue to be held here. The support is really strong. It was support around here. It was support here. Resistance there, and support again. But on the daily chart, you can see even better the supports and resistances. Although the MACD is pointing down and becoming bearish, so that means we could have a bit more of downside. But I believe that the bears are coming to the point where they are getting exhausted and they have nothing else to sell. So the retail and probably some whales, not all of them, because some whales are really accumulating at these levels, like Michael Saylor and MicroStrategy. But this is mostly driven by retail being really scared of what's happening in this correction. So guys, keep holding your lines, keep holding your Bitcoin, because on the long run, which is what matters, this will always go up. You guys know that already. So weeks red is rare. Weeks red is rare. I don't really understand what you mean. Hello, brother Hugo, Ricardo Ribeiro. Hello, guys, joining the live stream today, and people keep joining, so thank you for joining today. That's good. So that's it for the weekly chart. Let me just put the plottings in place again. So just to give you a final look at the ascending triangle, you guys know we just got into the triangle, and after that we retested the bottom part of the triangle. We actually closed one candle below it, which was the final exhaustion here of the bears. We went back up, wave 2, corrective wave, then a retest here at the top with a breakout, which came back down for support, fake out just following that to new all-time high 69,000, and now we came back into the triangle, which means that we could be supported by the 50 period at the same time with the bottom of the ascending triangle for a reversal of the price action. Let's hope that's what's happening and that we can replicate the same here that happened in July this year when we had a reversal, okay? So if this triangle happens to be right, we will have a reversal of the price action, retest of the top, and breakout again. And usually at the second attempt, actually we also broke out of the triangle here, but this was just a very, very short-term one because it was only the week coming outside of the triangle. The second one was actually a fake out, and the third one could be actually the next one to finally break out of the triangle. So we'll have to wait a few more weeks. Probably by the start of the new year, we will be again trying to break out of this triangle. Let's see how that goes. Also, to finalize this one, we have the pattern continues to go. We have the same pattern that was found here, developing around here. So we have these few weeks, 4 or 5 weeks, kissing the 70% line on the RSI. Big drop for a correction, big drop for a correction here. Sideways action for a few more weeks, which are now developing as we speak during the current weeks. And then if we finally reverse the price action to the upside and break out of the 70% line on the weekly chart of the RSI, probably that means that we have the trigger for another leg to the upside, which could take us to new all-time highs. So I'm just waiting for this pattern to develop exactly like this one, a bit of sideways action, then slowly and steadily going up, crossing the 70% line, indicating the start of the next leg of a bull run, just like it happened here in October 2020 when we went for the $64,800 of the first all-time high after the 2017 one. So that's my analysis for the weekly chart. Let's see what is happening on the daily. But if you guys have any questions, please, you keep writing the questions without mentioning the channel's name, so it's not easy for me to see them. Lucky for you, I'm just looking at the chat and there's not a long, a lot of people writing at the same time. So let me put some of them on the screen. Yeah, it's not even easy to put them on the screen because I don't know where the questions are. Let's see here. No, nobody published. Okay, hello. So Ricardo. Okay. So I guess it's the first time I see Ricardo Ribeiro here. Hello, brother Hugo. I don't know if I know you or not, but hey, thank you for joining today's live stream. Sorry, 4 weeks in the red is rare. Well, actually, if you account for the 1 to 4 candle correction of the MRI indicator, that's actually usual, but you see it more on the daily chart, not so much on the weekly chart, especially when you have a bull market going on like this one. So I get your point, but usually the textbook move of the MRI is 1 to 4 candle correction, and this happens in any time frame, although the daily chart of course shows it more. It's more you see it more often on a daily chart than a weekly chart. Yes, so I get your point, you're right there. And I don't know. I still don't know because those guys didn't tell me anything yet. So let's see if they still, if dealer or Chagas tell me something about the Hard for Cafe tonight. I still don't have any news for them, so I don't know if Daniel is free today to take over for this week or not. But I guess if he's not free, probably I will be told or invited to go there again. Let's see how that goes. Okay, guys. Okay, so that's good. Thank you for that, and thank you for coming to the live stream today to check my analysis in English. You guys know my only Portuguese content, TA or technical analysis, is basically the one I do at the Hard for Cafe podcast. And then I usually also upload it in my other channel, the FU Money Portugal, that you guys should also subscribe, because next Monday there will be a really great interview with Pedro Hipólito, the CEO of 5,000 Miles, the company. So I guess you will enjoy that. But let's continue here. And of course, the daily chart continues to be inside this descending channel. So we have been ranging down. Sometimes I can't say this word. Ranging down inside this channel. And look at that, guys. This 200 period on the daily chart coincides exactly with the 50 period on the weekly chart. So you guys remembered when I was on the weekly chart here, this was, the yellow line was just close to the absolute minimum price that was achieved here on the weekly. Let me just zoom in for you guys using phones, you crazy dudes using phones to watch this. It's really hard to watch it on a phone. Anyway, so you guys can see that the minimum price for this week has been just a bit below the 50 period SMA on the weekly chart. And if you go to the daily chart, then you will notice that the absolute minimum price also was right on top of the 200 period, the purple line here on your screens, the 200 period on the daily chart. So they coincide right now, the 50 on the weekly and the 200 on the daily, and they are both helping to support the price. Just above two more important things: the bottom of the descending channel and the bottom of the ascending triangle. So all this coming together has been acting like a really nice support for the price action right there. So that's also one of the reasons I believe that we might be close to a reversal of the price action. And of course, for me to say that, the only thing that needs to happen, or two things that need to happen, let me just extend this a bit more here so that we can actually see it correctly. And I guess this is the point. Okay, so this descending channel, two things need to happen, okay, for me to have a confirmation that we have reversed the price action. And if you guys don't know what this is, I will just tell you right now. The first one is we have to break out of this channel to the upside. So as soon as we start to close daily candles or close weekly candles above this white line on top, then we have a breakout of this ascending channel. And that's one of the points of the confirmation. The second one, and this will be divided in several other ones, but at least the first one will have to be done, is after breaking above the descending channel, we have to break this swing high here. So we have to continue going up, cross all the moving averages, and then break this line of resistance here around $59,000, which was the previous swing high. So those two events will tell me that the reversal of the price action is going okay and that we are now continuing to the upside. So don't forget, breaking out of the top part of this descending channel and breaking the resistance around 59,000 above the previous swing high, which is right there. Okay. So this will tell me that the reversal of the price action is actually okay and that we are now starting the final fifth wave of the 1 to 5 Elliott wave count. Now, that's the daily. There's nothing really much more to say here, except the oscillators are completely down, exhausted. The RSI has been already twice oversold. So that means exhaustion for the bears. The MACD completely bearish, but now you start to see the blue line going sideways. And this is important because the blue line is now going sideways for the previous 2 days. And now we are reducing the gap between the blue and the orange line. So that means that we are now having some decline in the bear momentum. And probably we will start to see some bullish momentum coming in the next few days or maybe even hours if we have a big move to the upside before the close of the week. So that will be great to see the MACD on the daily turning back up and crossing above the orange line there. And we already have, if we close like this today and we start to go up tomorrow, we already have a light red bar here below zero. Sure, it's red, but it's light red. So this indicates some loss of bear momentum right now. And the bulls might take control starting tomorrow. So let's see how that goes, but probably I would point to the next week. Let's see how the weekly closes, but it's not really sure what's going to happen, except that the RSI is now pointing up already, and the MACD is indicated loss of bear momentum, and already the blue line is getting closer to the orange line. So that is some signs that we might see a reversal soon, and that this bear momentum going to the downside inside this descending channel is losing strength. Okay, so that's the daily for you. Let me just take a look at the 4-hour to see the BitMEX funding rate. BitMEX funding rate completely neutral, although the premium is to the downside of the zero line here, which actually benefits the bulls a bit. Okay, so this is good for the bull case, and we are now just going sideways. If you look at the 4-hour chart, look at this. This is just going sideways. It's not going up or down. So people start looking at candles with 1-minute candles, 5-minute candles, 10-minute candles. That's completely crazy. I don't even check the 4-hour charts except for looking at the BitMEX funding rate. And actually, I don't really care about this sideways action on the 4-hour chart. To me, the most important and relevant ones are of course, the weekly chart and the daily chart. Those are the ones that show real tendencies and not this short time, short-term time frame, which is actually not so much important as the ones previously. Okay, the BitMEX funding rate is looking good, although this is not showing a lot of leverage to the short side. However, the premium, which is the yellow part of the bar, the premium is going down, so that means that the premium is now below zero, and that is a bit good. It's just a bit, not so much, because there's not so much leverage, but it's actually good for the bullish case. That's it. For the MRI, I will just leave it on the daily chart, because it's the one where we can see actually the price, the better outlook for the price action right now. So let's see. Let me jump in. Simply Bitcoin. Hey, Simply Bitcoin is here today. Wow. Welcome, guys. I don't know which one of you guys are here, if Nico or Phil, but Simply Bitcoin is here today. Thank you for that. I really enjoy you guys being here. This is not... I know that you don't really like projections or predictions on the price action, and that's not what we do here. We just help people navigate the charts and understand what's happening. So I'm glad one of you guys came on to the show today. Thank you very much. And let's see. Valley O Mind has a question. I will see here. So here it is, Simply Bitcoin watching the show today. Thank you guys for that. I really enjoy having you guys on. Also, let me see this question here. I can see in a bigger correction possibly at 42, and we can't hold it there any lower. In smaller graphic times, we are making lower highs and lower lows. Yeah, but as I said just before, you should zoom out, guys, because it's not really important to see the charts on the 4-hour. You should look at the real tendencies when you look at the weekly charts and the daily charts minimum. Minimum is daily chart. You should always look above that time frame, because the real tendencies of the market are shown on the weekly chart. And for sure, if you look at the weekly chart right now, you can see that this is just a corrective wave 4 of 5 on Elliott wave theory. So if you have a reversal after an ABC correction, and I show this on my last chart there, you have wave 1, corrective wave 2, wave 3, corrective wave 4, and now wave 5, which is the way markets move according to Elliott wave theory. So I'm expecting a reversal soon after finding support around the 50-period SMA, and then reversal of the price action to start the wave 5, final wave 5 of this leg of the bull cycle, which probably could take us to the actual targets of the cup and handle. So let's see how that goes. But for now, you should not look at 4-hour charts. It doesn't show you the tendencies. I'm looking at the daily chart just to get the signals I need to actually say the reversal of the price action is validated. And for that to happen, we need to cross above the top of this channel and also cross above the resistance of the previous swing high around 59,000. So if that happens, the first signal will be, of course, the breakout of the channel, and the second one, which will come much later, will be the breakout of this resistance around 59 to go again into the 60s. Okay, let's see any more questions here. Oh, you can. Oh, you want to jump in? Oh, I didn't get you, man. Sorry for that. Sorry for that. I thought you wanted to jump into the chat. So let me just open Zoom here, and of course you can jump in, man. You are always welcome here. Sorry for looking at the chat just now. Okay, let me remove that. And I have to open Zoom and give you a link so that you can join. Where is it? Here. Oh boy. Sorry for that. Okay, back to meeting, and that's because we are here. Okay. Damn, I can't see the mouth. Okay. Okay, sorry for that, guys. I'm just preparing Zoom so that Nico can join us. Invite and copy invite link. So I'm going to send you the link to Telegram. Where is... Okay, where is Nico? Here. That was an absolute surprise. Okay, here it is. And let's wait for Nico to join, and then I will have to move him. Hey Nico, can you hear me? I guess you are here already.
Yes, I can.
I can't hear him, man.
What's up?
Hey, here we are. What are you doing here, man? Wait, let me just put you on screen. Are you naked?
No. I'm just
Okay.
picking up. And I saw it, and I'm like, I gotta jump in here.
Yeah, wait a second. Okay.
All right. So when is Bitcoin going to the moon?
Man, we are just waiting for the signals for that to happen. I was just telling people that we need to get out of that descending channel there, and we have to go above that top line. So, as you know already, it's not about predicting price in this channel. It's just helping people navigate the charts and understand where you can get the signals. So, right now we need to. I believe we are getting exhausted on the bear side. So we might see a reversal soon. And the confirmation for that will be, of course, getting out of that descending channel. So we are waiting for the breakout. It would be amazing if we can do it this week before the close of the week. So
that'd be nice.
Man, it's really early there. I guess it's still night.
Yeah, dude, I saw you live streaming, and I'm like, I gotta jump on the show, man. I gotta say hello.
We can actually see you there. It's so, yeah, I know, I can see you there. So that's a surprise. I guess people are, let me check what people are saying here. Everyone is laughing, man. Like, everyone is laughing.
I have no shame, bro.
No shame, Bitcoin, no shame whatsoever.
Bitcoin goes up in price, and I just care less.
So what's happening? I heard that you are not having the regular show on YouTube today because it's going to be really hot with...
Dude, we would get banned.
Yeah, I know. I really understood that from your video yesterday. I really understood that.
We would totally get banned if we posted that video. So what we're doing is we're posting straight to bitcointv.com.
Yeah.
And yeah, man.
I already subscribed to that.
Enough about my show, bro. Let's talk about your show.
So what questions do we have then?
Man, all right. So, okay. So if we break out, where are we going? Hugo, I'll tell you a different perspective, right? Because the hash rate breaking an all-time high was extremely freaking bullish. And I think that's a massive bullish indicator. I'm not so good at TA like yourself, but I think that's I think that's a major bullish news. And I think that usually historically what tends to happen is if the hash rate breaks an all-time high and it keeps going, the price usually follows.
Yeah, exactly. I completely agree with that. I've seen it in the past, and it's actually amazing that after that ban in China just 2 months ago, and we already have an all-time high in hash rate. So F China, man. We don't really care.
Dude, I bet Phil, I said there was going to be hash rate's going to reach an all-time high by the end of the year, and he lost the bet, and now he has to drink maple syrup on Sunday's episode.
I've seen that on your show. I was really laughing about the maple syrup.
But he's Canadian, so
yeah, I know.
It's okay. It's okay.
Yeah, he's used to it.
Someone in the chat said, where could we see that chain metrics about hash rate?
Oh, yeah. I have to show a chart about that, maybe. Well, actually, I wasn't ready to have someone on the show today, so I cannot show it while we are here discussing in Zoom, because I use the same screen
you can pull me down, bro. It's all good. I'll just hang out in the background.
Do you have any links to a chart, the hash rate you used on the previous show? Maybe you can send it to me here on the chat.
Yeah, absolutely. I'll link it to you in a second. I will link it to you. Give me 1 second, dude.
So people, if you were curious about Nico, here he is sleeping on his bed, half naked, and on this show completely live.
Welcome to Bitcoin, baby.
Welcome to the crazy pleb world of Bitcoin.
This is what it's all about. All right, here. This is a good one.
Or you can send it to me on Telegram. It's easier for me to copy paste it here.
There, I put it on Zoom chat.
Okay, let's see. Oops, not that. This. Copy. Okay. So I will have to minimize you here.
Yeah, minimize.
Minimize Nico. Okay, and let's see.
There we go.
There we go.
And then go click the zoom out. Zoom out.
Yeah. Where's that? Zoom out.
You see where it says 1 month, 3 months?
Oh yeah. All right. Something like that, or 3 years probably.
There you go.
That's amazing. That's amazing.
That's freaking beautiful. That is very, very.
So this year was the previous all-time high before the China ban, right?
Yep.
And then so this was about the 21st of May, something like that. And then the China ban hit, and we reduced almost. Man, this was more than 50%. Wow.
Yep.
Crazy.
It resulted in the largest difficulty correction in Bitcoin's history, 27.9%.
Yeah, exactly. And then so this was around the 28th of June, the lowest point. So let's say the 1st of July. So we had July, August, September, November. So that's 4 months, and we are now back at the all-time highs in 4 months' time.
And if you look, like, really interesting, right? If you look at the recovery of the price, look how closely correlated it is.
So let's see that. So from the 28th, if I'm not mistaken, 28th of June. Yeah, the 1st of July. Let's count July, August, September, and October, November. So it's 5 months actually. Let's see here the price in the weekly chart. Yeah, exactly. So yeah, exactly. It started to reverse just 2 weeks after that to the upside. So we had 2 more weeks of downside just after the hash rate got to its lowest point, and then we started to go up. So yeah, there's definitely some kind of correlation here with the hash rate going up. Yeah, exactly.
So what I'm trying to say, what I was trying to say, Hugo, is the fact that we're breaking all-time highs with, because usually the hash rate is a 2-week leading indicator. So it corresponds to what you were saying before. You were saying right when I got on the chat, right when I started watching the show, you were essentially making the argument that it's next week that it looks like things are starting to look bullish, and that perfectly correlates with the theory of the price is a lagging indicator of the hash rate. Right.
Yeah, exactly.
So if the hash rate keeps breaking to all-time highs, like, and that's what I'm watching for, because what I don't want to happen is the hash rate just kind of it plateaus, because that's not good. That's not good. You know, but if it keeps going, and I think it's going to keep going, I'm extremely bullish about the price. And you came to the same conclusion on your own before I got on the show, and I'm just giving my perspective from the mining side. Right.
Yeah, exactly. So yeah, it correlates. I didn't think about that before. I was just watching your show yesterday. I saw the all-time high in the hash rate, but I actually never looked at the charts in a way that could correlate the hash rate with the price action. But it actually correlates there, so it's a really nice input from you. Thanks, man.
Yeah, man. I just wanted to drop in, bro. I don't want to steal your thunder, dude.
Yeah, no worries. You are always welcome. As I said many times, you are always welcome to join.
Nice to see you, my friend. Take it easy.
Thanks to see you, man. Bye-bye. So that was a crazy moment there, and thank you, Nico, for coming and joining the show live. I was not expecting that in any way. But Javier was really laughing about this. So sorry for the... I had to make some adjustments here, guys, and move some windows in real time during the live stream. But anyway, thank you for that, Nico, and for showing us that you sleep half naked there. But anyway, that was really cool to have you here today. So thank you for joining. Let me just, okay, I have to close the window now. Sorry, guys. Live streaming is all about this. And that was a really crazy moment on the FU Money podcast. So I'm just looking at the chat. People talking to... Hey, by the way, thank you for the super chat, man. I seen you before, but I was just trying to get Zoom to work and have you on the show really quickly, so you didn't have to lose any time to do that. But anyway, thank you, guys. So just continuing there, this was really nice, and I look at the chat and people are really getting crazy there. Okay, so I guess we were looking at the daily chart before I just asked everyone, what do you think about what's happening here with my analysis today, and also the correlation with the hash rate being at an all-time high. And I was just seeing that we could see the bear momentum stopping there and losing strength. But right now, we will have to wait until the close of the week, probably, to see if we are actually going to have a confirmation of this reversal here. I see that the MACD and the RSI tell me that we are getting to end of the bear momentum here, and probably that could be correlated with the hash rate, as Nico just said. So I sold all my clothes for Bitcoin. Awesome show, Hugo. Keep killing it. Thank you, man. And if you are going back to sleep, thank you for joining. That was a really crazy moment. And this is what happens when you have a live show, guys. This is what happens. People jump in anytime, and this is what plebs do in Bitcoin. So get ready for that more times if people start to do this more often. Okay, so let's see here. I was going to ask you guys any questions, any doubts, or we can just move to the next chart, which will be the Pro Indicators framework, just to confirm also that we might be ready to have a turnaround here. So I will just put it in full screen for you guys and look at that. The indicator gave me the possible reversal point of this move to the downside, and we are just now above it and being supported by it. So two indicators tell me the same thing, that we might have gone too far to eliminate all the leveraged longs, and now we are just having this move of accumulation just on top of what the indicator told me that could be the reversal point for this move down. Okay, so this is one more confirmation, not just the hash rate, not just the MRI indicator, but also the momentum is telling me that the bulls are now coming in. Look at that. We have now the bulls coming back into the game again. The sine wave is going back up, although the momentum is coming a bit low, but we might see a continuation soon. So this is textbook also. I don't know if Nico is still watching here, but this is textbook. When you come down from the previous all-time high to the first point of resistance after wave 1, you trace this red trend line here. We break it out after the corrective wave 2, so we break out to the upside, we retest all-time highs, we come back down to retest the trend line, and we are now accumulating above it. This is textbook maneuver, guys. You see this a lot in the markets. After a breakout of a trend line or an ascending triangle, it comes back down to retest the same levels of support, and then it continues to move up. So we are just waiting for that to happen. I would love to see it happen before the close of the week. In just let me see here, I will give you the exact time if I go to the weekly chart. So in just 1 day and 9 hours, in 1 day and 9 hours, we will see the close of the weekly candle, and we will probably continue to see an accumulation or a possible reversal of the price action to the upside. So let me just check the dollar. The dollar keeps being rejected at those levels around 96 on the Dixie, 96.05. So it's the 4th week in a row and an MRI top for the dollar, and the dollar is now being rejected. It tried to go above it, and look at the weeks. Each one of them is weaker than the previous one. So the dollar being rejected around these levels, around 96.05 for the 4th week in a row. I believe that this could lead to some more downside, just a bit more, probably finding support around the previous swing high, which was around 94.7. Let's see how that goes for the dollar. I would really love the dollar to go down, retest the supports around the 89 or 90 on the Dixie here, this orange rectangle we have here, and break it to the downside. That would be the complete death of the dollar, but I will keep waiting for that. I still believe that we will go below these levels. Gold is doing nothing, absolutely nothing. I guess Peter Schiff is really bored at this moment, because for weeks we have been seeing gold at the same levels, doing nothing, not going up, not going down. Just retested this channel top and now tried to go up, but the moving averages are converging to the same point there, and so it's not easy for gold, which moves really slowly, to get out of this mess. So I guess it's just going sideways for an entire week, doing nothing. Look at that. This is the weekly candle of gold. Looks like a cross. That's really crazy. Looks like a cross, doing absolutely nothing, just not moving for an entire week. Well, it moved a bit to have those weeks, but it's completely at the same point where the week started. So it's absolutely crazy that gold is not moving, and Peter Schiff must be really bored. I guess that's why he went to Florida these last few days, and he was even interviewed by Pomp on his show. S&P trying to get new all-time high. So this is the weekend already. The markets are closed, but at the close of yesterday's day at the market, the S&P going up like crazy, recovering almost the 2 weeks before losses, the previous 2 weeks losses, and now attempting a new all-time high, which did not achieve yet, but after finding support again on the 20-period SMA on the weekly chart, we just went, we are above the opening, probably above the opening of the 2 weeks previous candle, opening 47.12, and we are now at, let me check here, 47.12, exactly the same. So this green candle is now exactly at the same level as the opening of this red candle when we started to go down 2 weeks ago on the S&P. So we are now exactly at the same level. So the only thing separating this candle from a new all-time high is actually this week that was left behind when we corrected, when the S&P corrected 2 weeks ago. And now the last chart. And let's see how we are on time. It's about 1 hour of show. Of course, it was great to have Nico here. What a big surprise. And here we are for the last chart. And this is what I've been talking about. We should not cross this trend line to the downside. We are now exactly on top of it. So if you guys can see, these green dots going here are the level, the current level of the price of Bitcoin. And that's exactly on top of the trend line. So I would love the week to close above this. So we need to go a bit higher on the price action. And we are now at $48,700 and we should be around $49.5 or $49,300 to be above the trend line and also above the 38.2 retracement level, Fibonacci retracement level. So I said this yesterday on my video, and that's really, really important that we see the price action closing the week above this trend line. That would be an amazing signal that next week could be really, really good in terms of reversal of price action. Okay, guys, and ask me any questions. You guys keep asking me questions without mentioning the channel's name, so I don't really... let me see if I missed. That V-shaped recovery was about the China ban. Yeah, it's not a V-shaped recovery. It's just people starting to connect the miners again. And, you know, I guess you are talking about the hash rate chart. Let me see if I still have it here. Yeah, so I still have it here. Let's see. Let me put it on full screen. It's easier to see. So this V-shape, I guess you're talking about this, and I'm going to try to put your question here because it's not easy to find it. Where is that? When you guys don't put it in the mentions, it's really hard to find it. Oh, okay, it's here. So that V-shaped recovery was about the China ban. No, the China ban was actually here. The China ban was just a bit before. So this was the 9th of May when it started to go down. And the China ban was actually just a few days before that, I guess. And then the miners started to shut down all the hardware and moving to different places. And that's what made this, you know, big correction in the hash rate going from, let me check the top. The top was around 191 and we went down to 70. So actually more than 50% correction here. Then the V-shaped recovery, I guess this is what you're talking about. This is people moving to different places with their miners and starting to reconnect them to the electricity and network. So it started to go up like crazy. So in the last 4 or 5 months, we have already a new all-time high on the hash rate of 194 exahash, and this was 191. So yeah, we have a new all-time high, and that's really cool. It means that more people are mining Bitcoin than actually were here in May when the China ban occurred. So that's good. That's good news. Let's see if we have any more questions. It takes me a longer time, guys. It takes me a long time to find your questions in the chat. If you don't mention the channel, I swear I will just make it like @Hugo, so it makes it easier for you, and I will try not to forget. Let's see here, another question, I guess. Let me just move to the different chart. We don't need that one. Here, I guess, but it closed on all-time high is better than a swing all-time high, right? I didn't get your question, man. Sorry for that. Sometimes when you write the questions, I'm not looking at the chat, so I don't really know what specific topic you are talking about here. So please, can you rephrase it so I do understand what you're talking about? S&P close on all-time high is better than a swing all-time high. What do you mean by a swing all-time high? An all-time high is an all-time high. So it's when you achieve a higher price which is bigger than any price before that. So there is no swing all-time high. There's a swing low, a swing high. but the all-time high is the all-time high. So I don't really get that. Okay, any more questions? I guess the analysis is done for today. Do you want to discuss any more topics, any doubts, or anyone rephrasing their doubts or questions asked already? I'm just looking at the chat to see if anyone is ready to ask me. Shoot some questions. We still have a few minutes. I'm not just going to wrap up here, but we should wrap up soon. It's already, let's see. Yeah, it's already 1 hour of streaming, I guess. So it should be close to wrapping up, but still we have some time for a few questions. So if you guys want to ask any questions, it's the time, or we could just wrap up. And I don't know if I'm going to Hard for Cafe tonight, but if I'm not, you will see me definitely on Monday again for the first intra-week video of the new week. And this is going to be recorded forever. Nico on his bed, live on the FU Money podcast today. So you have to watch it. If you just joined now, or if you try to go to the end of the stream, just watching it after it was over already, just jump in and try to search for Nico during this stream. Crazy plebs. Okay, he's asking me in Portuguese now. I will translate to you guys. Let's see if I understand the question. I meant to say that man, not even in Portuguese. I don't know if I really understand what you mean. Let's see, using the previous ones in English. Oh, okay, I get it. I get it. You're trying to say that it's better to have an all-time high without leaving a big wick behind, so without immediately being rejected, and when this all-time high closes the body of the candle at the all-time high. Yeah, well, that depends on the time frame, of course, because if you go to a lower time frame, I'm sure the wick will be smaller. But if you look at it from a perspective of relevance, of course, if you have an all-time high on the weekly chart or daily chart and the wick is not very big, that means the rejection for that all-time high was not so strong. And that means, of course, it will be a nicer all-time high in terms of, you know, predicting that we might continue going up in the next few days or weeks. Yeah, I really, okay. So yeah, exactly. So you're saying that it's exactly that. Yeah, thanks. Now I guess, yeah, a week, I guess. Exactly. So thanks for your question. I didn't really get it at the beginning, but that's it. So it's, for me, of course, it would be more relevant if we have an all-time high on, for example, let's say a daily time frame, a daily chart, where you can see the body of the candle closing at the all-time high or really close to it and not leaving a big wick behind, showing immediate signs of rejection from that price and coming back down in a fury. So I guess this is what you were talking about. And yeah, so if that's your question, this is my opinion on what you just asked. So let's confirm, and only now I got it here. Yeah, so that's it. Thank you. And Fabio Costa with another one. What do you think about 2021 being a big consolidation year, and next year we might see more than 300% move upwards? I have actually discussed this already in the channel. I also discussed it in the Hard for Cafe, and I'm going to show it again here so that I can show you that that's exactly what I was thinking about. So let me put this in full screen and I will show you exactly that. I will also have to move the chart to a weekly chart because we have to see it bigger. And I will just try to find which ones I have to show. Okay, and that one, and then parallel channel, and path. So yeah, and let's see what that is. No, That is no. Okay. So let's see if I can show it on the daily chart just to make it a bit bigger and you guys can see what I mean. So this is a kind of a theory that I saw on a different channel, and let me just remove the question so you guys can see it better. Here it is. So this is the accumulation from the bear market before the bull market started. So this goes from the 1st of April 2019, and the breakout occurs at the 21st of October 2020. So it's about 1 year and a half, something like that. And then we have this bull run to the top, and then we have, let me just probably move this a bit down so we can see it there. Yeah. And then we have this bull trend that took us from the breakout of this accumulation to the all-time high around 64,800. And now if you look at this entire year of 2021, and let's see when this went here. So exactly, look at that. So from the 1st of January, we started to go inside this range already. And that's what I said, that this might be a possibility. We still might go to around 30,000 and then continue to accumulate before the breakout for the next year. So yeah, that's something I already discussed in this channel. I also discussed it at the Hard Fork Cafe podcast. And that's a very plausible possibility that we might see that. Although I don't really believe that we are going down right now. I hope that the hash rate signal and also the bears coming to an exhaustion momentum also takes us up, and we actually don't break the trend line to the downside. But it's really possible that we might see 30,000 again. This is one possibility. I'm not saying it's going to happen, but it's a possibility, very remote one for now, unless we have signs that we are going to break this to the downside at the trend line and continue to go down. Unless that happens, for me, this is still a very remote possibility that we might continue to see accumulation going back down to 30,000 and then going back up to finally break out of this accumulation period. But, and this would happen around, the first half of 2022, we going back up and breaking out of this accumulation pattern. But for me, this is still something I don't see happening with a very big probability. But yeah, nice of you to ask that. And this is something I had already here because I've discussed it at the Hard Fork and also here in this channel. So that's a good one. That's a really good one. Okay, so let me put this again at the right place and with the right things that we need right now, which are the support levels and the Fibonacci retracement levels. Very, very nice question there. Thank you for that. And this is exactly one thing I was already discussing before. And so I keep forgetting I have some stuff hidden here on my plottings, but this time you just gave me the reason to show it again. So let me just save this chart. And for that, I need to change it and then save it. Okay. All is done. Any more questions? Anyone? Hi, Fred Soto. And if you just joined now, thank you. Sorry I missed last time you talked about it. No worries, man. That's why I come here several times a week. Refresh it and yeah. So I actually, you don't have to be sorry for that. That's why I have videos in different days and keep coming here, or I could have only one video forever and never show up again. So I discussed this twice, if I'm not mistaken. Once here at the past weekend. Actually, I think it was just 8 days ago during the weekly live stream, if I'm not mistaken. And then I discussed it on the same day on Hard Fork Cafe the previous Saturday. So just 8 days ago, if I'm not mistaken. But you can check it out. You go to the either one of those two videos, because I have both of them in my channel, the Portuguese channel, If You Money Portugal. And you can check it out if I was... I'm definitely sure that I said it in 8 days ago on the Hard Fork Cafe. I'm not sure if I said it on the same day on my own weekly live stream. So here we are. Any more questions, or we should wrap up, guys? It's already 1 hour and 15 minutes of live stream. So if you don't have any more questions, we could wrap up. And thank you all for being here today. But just before that, while you think if you want to ask me anything else or not, let me just 2-box presentation, and let me just go back to the mempool and let's see how this is going. And I will also hide this message for now. So the mempool keeps really low. All transactions now paying only 7 cents of a dollar to send any amount of money to anyone in the world. This is really crazy. And people still say, oh, we need blockchains that do transactions every second. Those will not be secure. And don't worry, I don't mind to wait 10 minutes if I want to use the layer 1 blockchain of Bitcoin. Or if I really want to pay something in a hurry, I can always use Lightning Network and pay it in seconds or just instantly without any fees. So something really crazy when people continue to tell me that there's this shitcoin and that shitcoin and you can transact in 1 second on the blockchain. I don't really care because Lightning Network is faster than that and cheaper. So there is no use case, absolutely no use case for any shitcoin that was made on the assumption that it was going to be faster than Bitcoin, because they just lost with Lightning Network. Okay, so I just wanted to show you this, guys. So if you go to the main page of this channel, FU Money Podcast, you have also here the 2 other channels of this group of channels we have. So this one is the FU Money Podcast, where you watch me in talking in English. Then you have the FU Money News, the aggregation channel for all the news related to Bitcoin and other stuff in general, but also still related to this market. And the FU Money Portugal channel with the Portuguese content, which is actually composed by all the technical analysis I do at Hard for Cafe every week or every other week. It depends on the periods. And also the interviews or the conversations I have with really relevant people in this economy world of Bitcoin and other markets in general, or entrepreneurship or stuff like that. So I bring really relevant people to the channel, the FU Money Portugal channel. So don't forget to subscribe it too. And let me just also tell you that next Monday at 9 p.m. live Portuguese time, so Lisbon time, at 9 p.m. next Monday, I will have Pedro Hipólito for a really nice conversation. And this will be, of course, around Bitcoin, but also other stuff about economy in general and companies and entrepreneurship. So don't forget to tune in next Monday at 9 p.m. live Lisbon time for this interview with Pedro Hipólito, who is the CEO of 5,000 Miles. You can check his company out on the web, go visit their site, and you will know more about who he is. Or you can just open this, leave your like already, okay? You should leave your like already, and you can read about him here on the show notes. So you can see, of course, this is for the ones that speak Portuguese. It's the Portuguese content channel, so I'm sorry if you don't speak Portuguese, but we don't have a translator yet to do it in real time. We are a really poor pleb channel. Okay, so going back to the questions, I don't know if you have any, but let's see. If anyone else wants to ask any questions, there is one, and probably the last one of today's show. Let's see. Hugo is asking something. Is there any relation to hash ribbons indicator and this BTC hash rate that Nico mentioned early today? Hash ribbons. Oh, you mean that one? That's an interesting question. Let's see if I see it here. Where is that? The hash ribbons. Yeah. I guess this is what you mean. Difficulty ribbons, right? Why is this not showing correctly? Oh, it's here, sorry. Wrong button. Yeah, so we are going up exactly at the same point where usually the markets reverse the price action. So that's another really, I'm going to put it in full screen because this was a really nice question by Ugu. And goodbye, Javiera. Thank you for coming, but I guess this is really important, and I'm going to close with this one. What a better way to close the show than with a really nice question. So let me just hide it for now. So the difficulty ribbons, of course, are correlated with the hash rate and the difficulty of the algorithm. And you guys remember, I said this several times before, that every time we have, you know, the ribbons coming together, this corresponds usually to the lowest part of the bear market. And when we see the ribbons coming, you know, not together, going apart and stretching out, then that corresponds to the inversion of the price action. So look here, we had the ribbons coming together, and this is the lowest part of the bear market. Then we had them going apart, and then we started the bull market again. Then we see the ribbons coming together again, the blue even covering all the other ones, and this was the worst part of the bear market in 2018 and 19. And then we start to see them going apart again when we had this kind of fake bull market starting. Then we just went sideways again. This is the C word announcement in March 2020. The hash ribbons again going together. And then we had a lot of that during the China ban. And now they are going apart again. So they are starting to separate. Really nice question, Hugo. Thank you for asking that. So yeah, so there's a correlation between bear and bull markets with the hash ribbons, of course. And that's also because the miners, usually the not the strongest ones, but the other ones, the ones that really have fewer machines and not so much liquidity, will have to turn off their machines when the bear market happens because of the price of Bitcoin not compensating the electricity they have to pay. So actually that shows in this chart, and now we are seeing again the blue ribbon going back up, which might correspond to a new inversion or reversal of the price action going to the upside. Nice question there, really enjoyed that. And I'm going to oh, and look at that, we are again above 49,000 for Bitcoin, and that is 3.15% increase in the last 24 hours of spot volume traded. So that's good. And Ethereum is going down. This was 9 and it's now $8.9 billion traded. So what a nice way to wrap up the show today and say goodbye for today. And who knows, I don't know if still I'm going to be at the Hard Fork Cafe tonight. I still don't have any news. Maybe I have to check Telegram as soon as I wrap up here and close the stream. But what a nice way to finish the stream today with this really good question from Ugu. And let me just put here the usual messages on screen so that you guys can see. Don't forget to follow the Twitter accounts. The first one on top is my personal Twitter account. The second one in the middle is the channel's Twitter account. And the third one is the Telegram group. We are close to 650 people in the group already. Don't forget to join the Telegram group where you can discuss Bitcoin 24 hours a day and other markets in general. And you can also address me or ask me any questions directly there. So it's you will be very, very welcome if you join. If you missed it on screen right now and you were trying to write it down, don't worry, because you can find those links down below on the comment section, not the comment section, sorry, the notes section of the video. You will find the links again, so you can just click them and it's much easier than writing down on paper. Okay, so that's it. Magis is also going, and Sergio, Sia, thanks you, and thanks to every one of you. Let me just leave you guys. I always forget to do this during the during the live streams on Saturdays, but I will also give you guys the words of wisdom just after I say, if you really enjoyed the live stream today, gently touch the like button, please. It helps a lot the channel to grow and keep doing what we do best, which is talking about Bitcoin. So gently touch the like button, subscribe to the channel, and share it with your friends. Don't forget to hit the notification bell so you get notified every time I go live or I upload a video in any of the 3 channels of this group. So please do that, subscribe and like the content there. And now the words of wisdom before we go back to our weekends.
All right, let's roll. Hey, let's be careful out there.
Exactly, guys. Let's roll, and let's really be careful out there in the markets. And I will see you again, if not tonight, because I still don't know, next Monday for the first interweek video of the week. Until then, bye-bye.